rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you need. While you chase the crust and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Keep it up, keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Oh, man, are we going to have a little bit of fun tonight? Good to see you, Chat. Good to see you. We are going to have a blast. Oh my gosh. So, in case you haven't heard the new song that I just dropped, but I've got another one on top of that. I got another one on top of that I'm going to share with you tonight. I'll let you guys hear that right off the bat. I know you guys are just joining in. So those that are running late, they're going to miss it. They'll have to go back and catch it on the rewatch because it's just as good as the first one. Check it out. Here we go.
Yo, step into this courtroom brawl where real justice stands tall. While you throw lame ass motions that just crumble and fall. Polymath's the name behind your crooked legal scam, but we see through your bullshit, exposing every sham. Bruce, you little punk ass with that honking nose, leading a cult of useful idiots who follow you like beaten dogs. Your weak ass legal tricks and your stupid self-made fame. We're here to shut you down and put your sorry ass to shame. Justice is coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your cult of useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, screw your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire. Your reign is over weak. Like you're some legal OG, but your anti what the hale dribble is a joke for all to see. Your proceedings are a scam, a pitiful parade of greed, while your nasty posse follows you, fulfilling every twisted need. Every motion you file just another step in your fake charade, a delusional little empire built on lies that quickly fade. Your big nose leadership and your gang of useful idiots, we're calling them out, tearing them down, breaking all your dirty vows. Justice coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your cult of useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, for your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire, your reign is over weak. Every effing delay, every pointless legal play, it's just another notch on the list of how you stray. Built on greed and fake ass tricks, your empire's set to fall. We're coming with the real truth, and we're taking out it all. You bunch of clowns so damn absurd. Your fake ass legal circuits now exhale its long old day. No more bullshit motions, no more wasted time or lies. The gavel's about to drop hard and your system slowly dies. Your reign of corruption's over, your tricks are obsolete. Justice stands victorious, your cult is beaten complete. Justice is coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your cult of useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, screw your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire, your reign is over weak. Yeah, let the gavel drop, let truth be told. Your legal scam's a relic, your story's grown old. Bruce and your useful idiots, time to face defeat. Justice reigns supreme, your cult's history is obsolete.
There we go. That's the latest one. Yeah, it just keeps on coming. The hits just keep on coming so hard. And he just got hit and slapped hard. Thank you, Wendy Bono, right there for the $5 super chat coming in. Good evening, Papa Nut. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Well, Wendy, right there. That one's for you right there. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. And looks like we've got a new member that just came in, and I saw it come in. Welcome, 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 new member. Welcome to the place that I call my fun house. Thank you so much. That one is for you. I saw it come up as that song was playing. Thank you for becoming the newest member to this place. And its entry is never expensive, but leaving will get you mocked endlessly. Make sure you leave with a glorious shout. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate it. I enjoy making them. I enjoy making good music. I have entire albums up there. Oh my gosh.
has become a member.
Well, thank you,
Shizzy's the
Jenny.
Music Man, musical notes, musical note, musical notes.
Musical note, musical note, musical notes. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you so much right there. That one's for you. That's for you becoming a member. This is it's such an easy place. We like to have fun. Now, I did send out an invite to the greatest voice on the YouTubes. $2 for Jerry Bateman. Thank you so much. Just to annoy my mission in life is to annoy the haters. Trust me, they get annoyed easily enough. And I mean, we're probably gonna fire this thing off really quick because I wrote 2 letters today to Bubbles. There you go. That one's right there is for you. That so much, and it does annoy them. I have found out how fast and how easy they get annoyed because they can't stand the fact that somebody actually has more content than they can ever imagine. And then work a daytime job on top of that. Like you can ask Megan. Serious. You can ask Megan. She was asking for some advice on how to put some music together, and she couldn't find the correct prompts for it. And I sent her a picture of what I was working on, which was my table, which I had to resurface it and clean it all up because, winter is almost over, and this is an outdoor table. It's made out of cypress, it's made out of 2 different kinds of woods. It's made out of cypress, and it's got
23,131
birch on
donated
it.
$10 through Super Chat. To annoying the haters more. Smiley face.
Absolutely.
Smiley face. Smiley
Absolutely.
face.
Why is it so late getting there? Thank you very much again. Oh yeah. Frankie, there it is. To annoy the haters more. Oh, I love it. I love it when it annoys the haters. I just love it. Driving them nuts. And the thing they haven't figured out, that one right there, right on the edge, overlapping on the top right there. The thing they haven't figured out is I have endless amounts of energy. it just it goes on and on and on because I've just got this work ethic to work until I can't, and then I, like, pass out from exhaustion, unlike something that they, I guess, are unable to do. I mean, they just pass out from exhaustion from breathing. Yeah, and so I sent this beautiful, "Oh, thank you, Little B. Thank you. $3 from Little B. Pear character with lovely dove eyes, blowing red hearts in the air." I love it. I love it. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if I don't catch all the super stickers, I don't know. I haven't figured out all the super stickers, why they don't show up over here, but thank you so much. That one is for you. Yeah, that is wonderful. Thank you so much. No, it does. I do know that it drives them up the absolute wall. It does. Hey, Welburns, congratulations on hitting the 1K mark. Yeah, congratulations. The trick is to keep that thing, Badgers, put your fingers to work and hit that like button. That's right. That's right. And it is just it really is that I just constantly am doing something. Whether I just don't I just don't take a lot of idle time. And whenever I do, I'm usually sleeping. That's like my idle time. It really is. Just to lay the head down, get some rest, get some sleep, and to me, that seems like it's idle. I don't know. Call me crazy, call me insane. I just I like to be doing something, keeping my mind active or my hands active. Or, I mean, if you go back and look at some of the pictures that I've got pictures of the table that I finished out. Like I said, it's made out of cypress and birch. It's got a birch inlay, which is really pretty. Is that birch? Is it birch? No, maple. I'm sorry, it's burled maple on the inlay. So I did burled maple, and this just goes on the outside. I put a little bit of epoxy over the top of it with fiberglass, so it holds everything nice and solid, but it looks really pretty. And I sent a picture over while I was working on it to Megan over the weekend because she was like, "Oh, I just love doing this music. It really helps my mind." I was like, "Yeah, this is what helps my mind." And I show her a picture of the table, and I've still got to do one more coat of finish on it, but it ends up looking like beautiful. You've got to keep your mind busy and active, or to me, or else I feel like I just lose it. And I don't know. That's how I spend my free time, doing little projects around the house for the wife. I built her a bookshelf, and it basically covers the entire wall because of all the books she has. I mean, she has like 8 copies of the Iliad. Yeah. You have to understand she's a reader. Me, I just like to talk crap. Welcome, Taz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Want to find your way easily? Can't have you getting lost. Yeah, there's no way of getting lost here. But I do have 2 new letters. And as soon as that wonderful Yamaha, if he's able to join me, or I'll do the second one at the end of the night. But the first one first one is a little bit more interesting. Show us some pics of the table. I'll you'd have to go back and look at all of the other stuff I've done. Man, technology doesn't suit me really well. I try on it. Like, if you look, this table right back here, I built that one. It's actually, like a dog bed, so I put, like, paperwork and crap like that on it. Um, got my trusty knife. Got my trusty knife on there. But, yeah, I use this table to put, like,
Tinkle Tits
pa
McGee has become a member.
Hey,
Hey
Tinkle
man,
Tit.
happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Heart.
12 months. 12 months membership, Tinkle Tits McGee. Brother, I hope you're doing wonderful. Hope you're doing wonderful. Yeah, he knows I'm technologically, incapable of doing certain things, but I figured out the best I can. That one's for you, Tinkle Tits. I should give you a star for every month that you've been a member. You've been a wonderful person, wonderful person. But yeah, I mean, it is all about getting like this little thing right here was for the
Taz
Chewini.
has become a member.
He likes to get
Had
in
to
there
take a break from it.
and chill.
Hate became too
Thank you.
much.
Oh, thank you, Taz. Thank you, Taz. I had to take a break from YouTube. Hate became too much. Yeah, I understand how that goes, Taz. I mean, it is. I try to avoid all the hate stuff. It just it just gets insane. Thank you so much. That one right there is for you, Taz. I appreciate you. Right there. Yeah, everyone should, be able to take a break from it every so often. I took a Christmas break. It was glorious. It was just most wonderful thing that I did. Oh, thanks, man. No, not a problem. Not a problem. So why don't we get this thing started with a new letter to Bruce? And I've got to get the music up. So give me just a second while I find that. And I will find it here. Background audio. Because I was so freaked out that I couldn't find it the other day that I put it in here. Ah, there we go. So that means the helmet gets slapped on here. Taz, love and hugs. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Thank you so much, Taz. I appreciate you. Right there. Right there. That is for $2 super chat. Let's see if we can do this while mm, 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 there we go. There it is. See, right about there. Ah, yeah. Got your own little star hanging off the top of the helmet there. Thank you so much. All right, let's see if we can get the music started on this. We're going to get buckled in for this particular one. Give me just a second, and we'll get this started. Dear Bruce Deuce Foreskin, ah, Brucey, once again proving that you don't know when to quit. You're like a cockroach that refuses to die, scuttling from one humiliating legal defeat to the next, trying desperately to convince yourself that you still have some semblance of credibility. And now we're graced with yet another installment of Matt Skin's legal misadventures, this time in the form of Preston's laughably weak counterclaims. Well, let's tear this apart, shall we? The lawsuit that wasn't. I see you've decided to build an entire counterclaim around YouTube content because, of course, you did. It's almost like you and your team of grifting morons have run out of actual legal arguments and are now just whining about thumbnails and free speech. What's next, Bruce? Suing someone for thinking about you too hard? This emotional distress is the legal equivalent of a participation trophy for sore losers, and yet, despite all the belly aching, you didn't provide a single example of anything that actually qualifies as distressing. Just vibes and butthurt. If you're going to weaponize feelings, at least do it competently and shock it using Hustler v. Falwell to slam your nonsense while it exposed all of Matskin's stupidity on full display. Now let me get this straight. You and your legal team of geniuses tried to argue that simply appearing on YouTube as a newsworthy context means you own exclusive rights to your image. So ESPN owes every athlete a check for airing their games. TMZ needs permission slip from celebrities. Oh, shut the hell up, Bruce, unless Jeremy is out here slapping Preston's face on merchandise, which honestly would be hilarious, unlike you with Shockett's face. This claim is so brain-meltingly dumb it belongs in an asylum. And that false complaint, now Preston is mad that her public image was used publicly to discuss public events that she chose to be involved in. That's like a streaker suing the NFL for broadcasting this little moon landing during a game. Newsflash, you can't claim invasion of privacy when your client willingly shoves themselves into the spotlight, TV cameras, and elections. But I wouldn't expect you to grasp that, Bruce. Critical thinking really is not your strong suit. The Polymop Clown Show, and yes, your genius little buzzword, polymop, that nobody outside of your 3-person grift circle gives a single flying damn about. You keep screaming it, hoping it'll catch on, but all you've done is invent a nonsensical acronym that sounds like a rejected IKEA product, except made out of asbestos. Now, you finally created the dumbest term in legal history and a monument to your own stupidity right next to your failed motions and laughable legal career. Congratulations. That fundraising grift and your new PR clowns. Oh, let's not ignore the real reason you keep filing garbage motions. You and your little PR lackeys, Paint Chip and Vile McPeepee, are milking your audience for donations to cover their case. $10,000, Bruce, to regurgitate your bullshit. That's pretty rich, especially considering Vile McPeepee is finally famous for screwing over his own sources, literally, by betting 2 women whose cases he was covering, torpedoing their credibility and their legal claims. Well, if there was a hall of fame for journalistic failures, he'd be the grand marshal of that parade. Paint Chip, please. That walking meatball is out here spewing slurs, launching unhinged attacks, and acting like some sort of moral authority. It looks like Sweats Crisco and still has the audacity to talk about his keeping his cholesterol, about people's integrity. Maybe he should focus on keeping his cholesterol in check before trying to run smear campaigns. Maybe move out of mommy's basements would be a good start. I mean, who doesn't love their mother? But this is too much love, in my honest opinion. So what now, Bruce? At this point, you're not even trying to win in court. Your entire strategy is just to clog the system with garbage, bankrupt critics with legal fees, and hope that anything sticks. Here's the problem. You won't silence anyone. You won't make Polymop a thing. You sure as hell won't intimidate people with your weak-ass lawsuits. And we all see what you're doing, Bruce, and we all see through it. So go ahead. Keep making a fool of yourself. Keep throwing frivolous tantrums in court. Keep trademarking dumb acronyms like some deranged carnival barker. At the end of the day, this isn't about justice. This isn't about the law. This is about you desperately trying to cling to relevance while everyone laughs at you. And we are laughing. Still your daddy, Shizzy Wisnut, the guy you just can't get out of your head. Oh, yes. I love writing these open letters to Bubbles. It makes him, no, not the cholesterol. Is Vile McPeepee hooked up with Lynette, or do they need to raise the 10K first? Probably need to raise the 10K, Those donations are always needed because, well, they think that they have to be paid to actually do research on something that they want to talk emphatically about. So knowledgeable, right? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing these letters. They're so much fun. And I do have a second one that I will read later. I will have another one coming up later on tonight. But we're going to go over this latest pleading. Get it out there.
Tracy Wilden donated £10 through Super Chat. Just to make the haters mad more.
Oh.
As I've given up on sleep anymore, the bags under my eyes have now turned into cases. Smiley face. Smiley face.
I love that. I hope you guys heard that, because that is awesome right there. Don't worry about the bags under your eyes at all at any given point in time. That is just a natural part of being here. That is a natural part of being around the YouTubes. It's not about sleep. That one right there. That one there is especially for those bags. And I do have a bag on my shop that you can get. It's Shizzy's Nutsack. You're more than welcome to grab it up, hold it, fondle it, put things in it. So you can have like 3 bags. Be easy to carry. This one is easier to carry than trying to keep your eyes open. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you. The fact that Bruce has to spend 10K that he doesn't have to somebody spew his nonsense, and everybody else would do it for free for Jeremy because they believe in it. Well, and that's the thing, as I'm not I don't believe that I'm doing this for Jeremy. I mean, I believe that I'm reading documents that I find interesting. If Jeremy benefits from it, cool. If he doesn't, okay. I mean, I hope that that people find it entertaining. That's the biggest thing. Does anybody have the link to the shop? Yeah, the shop's right there on the website. I can get that for you. Give me just a second. Right here. This is where the store is. Copy that, and I'll put it right up there for you. Paste. There you go. That's where the store is. You sold your house yesterday? Congratulations, Taz. Yeah, that right there is the store, the Shizzy Wisdom store. You go in there. I got coffee mugs, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Listening back to the letter to catch up. That's okay, Galley God. You be just fine. You will be just fine. No worries. And congratulations, Taz. That's great. So we've got this pleading good stuff right there. Where the defendant, or whereas here, counter defendant moves for summary judgment on issue for which it would not bear the burden of proof at trial, as it's not necessary for the defendant to entirely negate the plaintiff's claim. Nice. Like right off the bat, takes a 1-2 punch. Fitzpatrick versus City of Atlanta. See also Clell Tex Court. We find no express or implied requirements in Rule 56 that the moving party support its motion with affidavits or other similar materials negating the opponent's claim. Emphasis in original. Instead, the movant, which would be Cook, Preston, has the burden of either negating an essential element of the non-moving party's case or showing that there is no evidence to prove a fact necessary to the non-moving party's
News
case.
donated $10 through Super Chat. The
Oh,
Shiz,
yeah.
I need your witty letter writing skills to send to the stolen Ballatool's lawyer.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be great at writing that. I don't know. I don't think you want to have me writing letters to an attorney in a legal proceeding. One, I'm not an attorney, and two, I do this just for fun. There. Thank you so much. But if you told me what exactly it is that you're trying to convey, I could probably make something that would be funny. I wouldn't make it legally binding. I wouldn't make it legally binding in any way. Well, thank you very much, Valorview. That yeah, I'm fun at I'm fun. I do things for fun. So just know that. I don't know. I wouldn't want to put that out there as a legally binding thing. Instead, the movement has the burden of either negating essential element of the non-moving party's case or showing that there's no evidence to prove a fact necessary to the non-moving party's case. Once a summary judgment movement's initial burden is met, the burden shifts to the non-moving party to bring the court's attention to evidence demonstrating a genuine issue for trial. Overcoming that burden requires more than speculation or a mere scintilla of evidence. And Shawkin's going to get into this a little bit later. This is very important because more than speculation or a scintilla of evidence becomes very important later on. The non-movement must go beyond the pleadings to provide evidence and designate specific facts showing that there's a genuine issue for trial. internal quotation marks omitted, the non-movement will survive summary judgment in this instance if it can demonstrate that the record in fact contains supporting evidence sufficient to withstand a directed verdict motion. That's a slap right there. Now, this is a statement of material facts. The counterclaims filed by defendant, counter plaintiff, Cook, hereinafter defendant, are entirely based upon plaintiff's YouTube content. In fact, the counterclaim mentions YouTube content as the basis for each of its 3 counts. And it goes through the 3 counts. Paragraph 1, litigation-related YouTube content via the polymop, the purposeful of boring bullshit that we have to hear on a regular basis. In paragraph 2, ongoing litigation generating fresh, compelling YouTube content. Paragraph 3, his YouTube videos. Paragraph 4, generating ongoing fresh litigation related to YouTube content. In paragraph 6, the basis of a federal lawsuit accompanying YouTube storylines. And in paragraph 7, litigation to generate YouTube content. Now, what he's doing, he's throwing out all of this right here because the counterclaims are filed entirely based upon plaintiff's YouTube content. In fact, the counterclaim mentions YouTube content as the basis for each of his 3 counts. That's count 1. Count 2 is talking about the plaintiff has misappropriated the defendant's image and likeness by placing them on video thumbnails. More about YouTube. Paragraph 19, the plaintiff has published defendant's photo, image, and likeness on his YouTube page. Mr. Hales is entitled to a judgment as a matter of law as to count 1, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Why does he say this? Because the defendant hasn't produced a single example from YouTube or anywhere else to support count 1. You have to remember, court of public opinion doesn't mean deadly squad. All that it matters is, did he provide this in his filing? No. This is because defendant can't produce any such evidence as it simply does not exist. The count is based upon YouTube videos, again, of which defendant has not produced or cited to a single example in the counterclaim. In this count, the defendant alleges the plaintiff framed the defendant so he could accuse him of being responsible for the signs as a basis for filing his present lawsuit, creating litigation to generate YouTube content. 2, the plaintiff's accusations that the defendants planted the signs were and are false and known to be false by plaintiff. And 3, the plaintiff's statement accusing the defendants of creating and planting the signs were made and continued to be made with malicious intent to injure the defendants. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Florida's single action rule. Count 1 of the counterclaim is simply the recasting of a defamation claim as additional distinct cause of action in tort, and this is not allowed in Florida. In accordance with the single publication, single action rule, the rule is designed to prevent plaintiffs from circumventing a valid defense to defamation by recasting essentially the same facts into several causes of action, all meant to compensate for the same harm. Quoting Messenger v. Grunner, going off on this right here, which is the supplement, and what it says. The rule precludes the recasting of defamation claims as additional distinct causes of action in tort if all of the claims arise from the same defamatory publication. Inasmuch as the defendant has produced no evidence at all, not even a single example within the entire counterclaim, the conclusion is that there is no such publication which fits the elements of intentional infliction of emotional distress. No such publication. As much as they like to scream, there is no such publication which fits those elements of intentional infliction of emotional distress. In order to state a cause of action for intentional infliction of emotional distress, the plaintiff must demonstrate these points right here. 1, the defendant acted recklessly or intentionally. 2, the defendant's conduct was extreme and outrageous. 3, the defendant's conduct caused the plaintiff emotional distress. And 4, the plaintiff's emotional distress was severe. Right here, what's the case? What's all of it right there? Go look it up. Defendant cannot produce any evidence that the YouTube videos were not protected speech, which Mr. Hales has under his First Amendment rights. The freedom to speak one's mind is not only an aspect of individual liberty and thus a good unto itself, but also essential to the common quest for truth and the vitality of society as a whole. Bose Corporation, Consumers Union, US 485, 503, 504. And in Hustler Magazine versus Falwell, the Supreme Court rejected the notion that the concept of outrageousness, which is an element of the tort of intentional infliction of emotional distress, would provide sufficient protection to the First Amendment rights of a defendant. Outrageousness is the area of political and social discourse, has an inherent subjectiveness about which it would allow a jury to impose liability on the basis of jurors' tastes or views, or perhaps on the basis of their dislike of a particular expression. An outrageousness standard thus runs afoul of our long-standing refusal to allow damages to be awarded because the speech in question may have an adverse emotional impact on the audience. See NAACP versus Claiborne Hardware. And this is quoted right out of the Supreme Court. Speech does not lose its protected character simply because it embarrasses others or coerces them into action. As we stated in FCC Pacifica Foundation, the fact that society may find speech offensive is not a sufficient reason for suppressing it. Indeed, if it is the speaker's opinion that gives offense, that consequence is a reason for according it constitutional protection. For it is a central tenet of the First Amendment that the government must remain neutral in the marketplace of ideas. The public expression of ideas may not be prohibited merely because the ideas themselves are offensive to some of its hearers. In Snyder v. Phelps, the Supreme Court extended the First Amendment's protection even beyond actions for intentional infliction of emotional stress to include claims for violation of plaintiff's privacy rights for civil conspiracy. Moreover, Snyder Court relied on Hustler Magazine, Inc. versus Falwell. And I hope I didn't miss any super chats. I'll scroll up here and see if I did. I will get to those at the end of the night. No, I did. Cool. Just because there's a lot to cover here, and I may end up, like I said, I may end up with Yamaha in here tonight. We'll see. If I don't, it's okay. I've got a second letter. And that free speech clause quotes right here. Defendant can produce no evidence and has not even included any such evidence in the counterclaim itself, where the First Amendment does not defeat the claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress. This means that this claim fails as a matter of law. Hales is entitled to a judgment as a matter of law as to count 3, invasion of privacy by unauthorized publication. Defendant has not produced a single example from YouTube or anywhere else to support count 3. To show invasion of privacy based on publication of private facts, a plaintiff must prove 4 elements. 1, the disclosure was public. 2, the private facts were disclosed. 3, the matter publicized was highly offensive to a reasonable person. And 4, the matter is not of a legitimate concern to the public. And that's Heath v. Playboy Enters, Inc., 732. Defendant complains about publishing the defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on the plaintiff's YouTube page and in video thumbnails on many occasions. Now, if this were the case, then it's difficult to explain why the defendant has not produced a single example of this publication. This is because defendant cannot produce any evidence that would show that the defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on the plaintiff's YouTube page and in video thumbnails were not already publicized elsewhere and republicized. Ouch, that's got to hurt, Brucey. That's really got to hurt bad. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. A photograph taken in a public place is not private. Heath v. Playboy Enters, Inc. Defendant cannot produce any evidence that would show that the defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on plaintiff's YouTube page and in video thumbnails were not taken in a public place. Facts taken from public records or proceedings are not private. Pay really close attention to that. I believe he's saying photos taken from public records or proceedings are not private. But defendant cannot produce any evidence that would show that the defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on plaintiff's YouTube page and in video thumbnails were not taken from public records or proceedings. Even otherwise, private facts may become public when acquired by a legitimate means. Defendant cannot produce any evidence that would show that the defendant's photo, image, and or likeness on the plaintiff's YouTube page and in video thumbnails were not acquired by a legitimate means. Wow, that really is starting to hurt, isn't it? Consent is never reached when there is no disclosure of private facts can be demonstrated. This means that the consent is not an issue in this case. None whatsoever. Finally, the right to privacy does not forbid the publication of information that is of public benefit or general interest, and the right does not exist as to persons and events in which the public has rightful interest. Welcome, Tug Raiders. I see you guys just made it here. So good to see you. So good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Defendant cannot produce no evidence and hasn't even included any such evidence in the counterclaim itself where the above does not apply. This means that the claim fails as a matter of law. I only tell you, side of 39, the jokes on them. You guys are so bad. They're Somebody had asked about where the store was. That's where the store is, where you can buy nut sacks. Someone said that it was, whenever I had those pinned on there, it was overtaking things. So there you go. There's always those that you can go to. Oh, there we go. I'm taking a quick break. We're going to play a little bit. We're going to play a little bit of music for you in case you haven't heard the dance song. Let me see if I've got that one loaded up in here. I think I do. I think I have it in here. Give me just a second. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that it's in here. No, I don't have it in here. Doggone it. I know where I do have it. I have on my breakfast stream. I'll play you the new song that I wrote. You'll be able to go back and see it at the beginning of the stream, but I will play the new one for you just because it is so damn awesome. Let me get it really quick. Here we go. And this is the newest song that I haven't put a video to it yet. So you're gonna have to enjoy it while it's still here. Here comes the newest one. It is the newest. Check it out. Enjoy it. I've got to go grab something. I'll be right back.
Yo, step into this courtroom brawl where real justice stands tall. While you throw lame ass motions that just crumble and fall. Folly Pollymop's the name behind your crooked legal scam, but we see through your bullshit, exposing every sham. Bruce, you little punk ass with that honking nose, leading a cult of useful idiots who follow you like beaten dogs. Your weak ass legal tricks and your stupid self-made fame. We're here to shut you down and put your sorry ass to shame. Justice is coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your gold to useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, screw your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire. Your reign is over weak. Like you're some legal OG, but your Anti What The Hale dribble is a joke for all to see. Your proceedings are a scam, a pitiful parade of greed, while your nasty posse follows you, fulfilling every twisted need. Every motion you file, just another step in your fake charade. A delusional little empire built on lies that quickly fade. Your big nose leadership and your gang of useful idiots, we're calling them out, tearing them down, breaking all your dirty vows. Justice coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your cult of useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, screw your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire, your reign is over weak. Every effing delay, every pointless legal play, it's just another notch on the list of how you stray, built on greed and fake ass tricks. Your empire's set to fall. We're coming with the real truth, and we're taking out it all. Your bunch of clowns so damn absurd. Your fake-ass legal circus is now a tale that's long all day. No more bullshit motions, no more wasted time or lies. The gavel's about to drop hard and your system slowly dies. Your reign of corruption's over, your tricks are obsolete. Justice stands victorious, your cult is beaten complete. Justice is coming hard, dismantling your fraud and lies. Your cult of useful idiots crumbles before our eyes. Bruce, screw your stupid act and your crew of freaks. We're taking down your empire, your reign is over weak.
We go. There we go. Mayor Dan, welcome. Good to see you. My gosh, Mayor Dan, it has been a while. It's been a moment. Hope things are going well for you, and the weather is treating you really well. I really do. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much, man. Everybody, give a little bit of love. Well, thank you, Sticky Widget. Sticky Widget. That's such a great name. Yeah. Everybody show a little bit of love to Mayor Dan. He's good people. He's good people. He's really good people. He's been here for quite some time, just hanging out and enjoying all the craziness that goes on. So, as moving on to Hales is entitled to judgment as to matter of law as to count to Florida statute 540.08. And again, defendant has not produced a single example from YouTube or anywhere else to support count 2. Section 540.08 of the Florida statutes prohibits the unauthorized use of a person's name or likeness for trade, commercial, or advertising purposes, which is what somebody else is doing. Isn't that strange how the haters are using a little bit of their polymop? Section 540 prohibits using a person's name or likeness to directly promote a product or service. Weird how that works, huh? Florida Statute 540.08 prevents the unauthorized use of a name or personality to directly, and notice the emphasis here, directly promote the product or service of the publishers. Emphasis added National Football League versus the Alley. Section 540 of the Florida statute prohibits unconsented use of an individual's name and likeness only when such directly promotes a commercial product or service. And who is doing that right now? Hey, how's it going? Is Jeremy in here? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, you guys are almost in time for the second reading, second letter that's going to be coming up. Oh, and it's going to be glorious. You don't want to miss that. Oh yeah, the two walruses are using that. Defendant can produce no evidence and hasn't even included any such evidence in the counterclaim itself, where the above does not apply. This means that this claim fails as a matter of law, and the conclusion is because there's no evidence to prove a fact necessary to defendant's counterclaims. Mr. Hales is entitled to summary judgment as a matter of law. And that piece was served out. So do you guys want to continue on with the next one, or do you want the letter? I will tell you what, I will put a poll up there, and I'm going to play the newest video that I put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the newest video for you guys, and then I am going to have a poll up there for you. And what we're going to do is we're going to decide whether we want to continue on with the next filing, or if we're getting the letter. So give me just a second there, and let's create that poll. I love doing these things. They're so much fun. All right, so we're going to start a new poll, and what we're going to do is at the end of the poll, then we'll make that decision whether we do the new letter, or if we do the next pleading. Poll or pleading. Here we go, and then we're going to put in here poll and pleading. Oh, motion. Sorry. Motion. It is not a pleading. It's actually a motion, like the motion of the ocean. Poll or motion. Oh, that sounds so kinky right there. Poll or motion. There we go. We're going to start the poll, and then we're going to play the latest song. Latest song for you guys. So that way you can get a little bit of enjoyment out of that. Let me go ahead and share the video for you. We'll pull this one up. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing there? It should be right there. That is weird. Yeah. That's odd. All right. Well, I'll just pull it up on the YouTube because I can do that too. Let's pull that up. We'll get this here. Where is the newest video? Because I had so much fun making this one. It was a blast and a half. And why is that doing that? Let's do this. Get my share right there. Share it here. Share the. Why is it doing? Share screen. That's what I'm looking for. There it is. We got that one there, and let's supersize that thing up, and then here it goes. This is the newest video. If you guys haven't seen this one, you're about to have some fun. Here we go.
I'm sitting on this bench like a stone cold statue, just chilling in my courtroom, letting time flow true. But here comes Bruce, that damn pain in the ass, on a mission, storming in, kicking up chaos, breaking every damn condition. I ain't here to throw down, just here to watch the show. But Bruce's wild ass antics got my patience starting to blow. Every time he steps in, disrupting my peaceful zone, I'm forced to crack the gavel down cause he's out of line and overblown. I'm just a judge trying to sit back and observe, but Bruce got me pissed, ain't got the nerve to swerve. I wanna be like a damn plant, chilling quiet in my court as reckless ass disruptions make me slam his bullshit short.
You loudmouth punk acting like you on the floor with your nutty ass posse. You think you're hardcore, I didn't sign up to play the hero or to throw hands, but your non-stop crazy antics force me to take a stand. You roll in with your clown crew, causing disorder and strife, but I'm here to bring order. Man, this is more than just life. Every rule you break, every line you cross, drives me from chilling to slamming down your bullshit, showing who's boss. I'm just a judge trying to sit back and observe, but Bruce got me pissed, ain't got the nerve to swerve. I wanna be like a damn plant, chilling quiet in my court as reckless ass disruptions make me slam his bullshit short. Let the system ride smooth and calm, but you keep stirring up trouble like a poison in my palm. I'm forced to step in, even though I ain't in the mood. Your constant damn disruptions leave me no choice but to conclude. Now listen up, Bruce, this ain't your playground for games. Your wild ass behaviors got me calling out your lame claims. I'm a judge, not a damn gangster, but you push me to the brink, forced to break your crazy cycle before I completely sink. So take your reckless ways and your posse of fools. Your reign of chaos in my court is breaking all the rules. I ain't happy to throw
option. Justice gotta be served, and in your disruptive concoction, I'm just a judge trying to sit back and observe. But Bruce got me pissed, ain't got the nerve to swerve. I wanna be like a damn plant, chilling quiet in my court. But his reckless ass disruptions make me slam his bullshit. So here it is, Bruce, your antics forced my hand today. I didn't wanna step up, but you made me play this way. From a silent observer to a judge who's had enough. Your wild ass disruptions end now, justice is calling your bluff. Here it is, Bruce, your antics forced my hand today. I didn't want to step up, but you made me play this way. From a silent observer to a judge who's had enough. Your wild ass disruptions end now, justice is calling your bluff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that one. That one's pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. That was fun to make. That was an absolute blast to make. Yes, I'm sorry. I put the wrong thing in there. I meant to say letter. Well, we're gonna I think the letter's got it. I think the letter's got it. There we go. We'll get to the letter. We'll get to the letter. So sorry about that. Ah, yes. Thank you, little B. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. I've got you covered right here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, little B. Little B, you are an absolute wonderful, wonderful person. Putting in that nice super sticker. I'm so happy. Those super stickers are great. For a super sticker, you get a super sticker right there. Look at how shiny that thing's getting. It's gonna get covered. It's gonna look better than Rosalind Dukes before you know it. It's gonna be great. All right, let's get to this open letter. We will pull up our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful music here. So let me get that background audio happening there so we can have the wonderful music. I'm still enjoying this music. It is so much fun. Got to get the helmet ready. All right, gearing up, strapping it in, strapping on, and away we go here shortly. Let's get the music queued up. Let's get the letter queued up, and it is right here. We go with the music, turning it down to nice, easy listening. Here we go. An open letter to Bubbles, Esquire. A masterclass in legal buffoonery and getting humiliated in public. Well, Brucey, another day, another humiliating defeat. At this point, I'm starting to think your entire legal career is just an elaborate performance art piece, a living, breathing example of what not to do in court. You keep lobbing up these weak, desperate attempts at legal gymnastics only to have competent attorneys like Randall Shockett dunk on you so hard you should be paying him for free legal lessons. I mean, honestly, Bruce, was this the best you could do? You waddled into court armed with your usual stack of garbage filings, and Shockett practically laughed you out of the room. He didn't just dismantle your counterclaims, he cremated them and scattered the ashes over the courtroom. I can only imagine the look on your face when you read through his motion, realizing that he surgically removed any remaining credibility that you had left. This is a special lesson in the art of losing, a Matskin specialty, and let's break it down. Your entire counterclaims were built on a foundation of wet cardboard. You wanted to argue emotional distress, but failed to provide a single shred of evidence. You'd think that after all the whining and pearl clutching you and your grifter crew have done, you'd at least be able to produce one video, one comment, one anything that actually supports your nonsense. But no, Bruce, nothing, nothing. Your arguments were so pathetic, they got steamrolled by Florida's single action rule before you even had a chance to humiliate yourself in court. I almost feel bad for you, Bruce, almost, but then I remember that you're a walking, talking, whining legal dumpster fire who actively chooses to embarrass himself on a regular basis. Your attempt at turning a YouTube lawsuit into some grand precedent-setting case was a joke from the start. You actually thought you could turn a bunch of public videos into some kind of serious misappropriation claim? What's next, Bruce? Are you going to sue Google for indexing your name in search results? Sue reality itself for allowing people to know that you even exist? But I must say, the Shockett versus Matskin, a complete annihilation, is glorious to watch. And Bruce, I just wanted to take a moment to personally congratulate Randall Shockett for the absolute masterclass in legal obliteration he just delivered. It was efficient, it was brutal, it was perfect. Where you shuffle into court rambling like a drunk hobo at a bus stop, Shockett actually does the work where you throw hollow accusations around like confetti at a parade. Shockett brings facts, case law, and actual legal arguments, the stuff that real lawyers use. I know that it's a foreign concept to you, Bruce, but let me assure you, it is quite effective. This wasn't just a loss for you, Bruce. This was a demolition. This was a complete, unmitigated, soul-crushing legal failure, the kind of thing that they should teach in law school under what happens when you let a clown try to practice law. And that PR clown just keeps growing. Let's not forget your brilliant PR strategy, aligning yourself with Paint Chip and McVile PP, because what's more credible than a disgraced felon and a journalist turned PR hack who screws his sources? Seriously, Bruce, this is your dream team? A guy who got sent to prison for fraud and a guy who ruined 2 women's legal cases by sleeping with them? You should start recruiting out of federal penitentiaries at this point there, Bruce. But hey, all do have one thing in common. You fail spectacularly at everything that you try to do. So maybe it does make sense after all. Face it, Bruce, you're a joke. At the end of the day, we both know what's really happening here. You don't care about justice. You don't care about truth. You're just throwing legal spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks long enough to keep your grift going. But let me remind you of something. You're losing hard. You lost the motion to dismiss. You lost the mediation request. You're losing your pathetic counterclaims. You're going to lose this case, and most likely your client is going to sue your PR team. Yeah, she's sort of known for that kind of behavior. And the best part, you're doing all of this for free. You're out here burning what's left of your dignity pro bono because legally you're not even allowed to profit off this circus, and all this humiliation is for nothing. So go ahead, keep filing garbage, keep making a fool of yourself, keep getting dunked on by real attorneys. Because no matter how hard you try, Brucey boy, you'll always be a joke. Warmest regards, Shizzy Wisnut, still your daddy, still laughing, and still watching you lose. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It looks like I've got some super stickers that I need to have here happening here. Got some super stickers, some super chats. Yes, sir. Make sure that we do those. Catch those really quick. Give me just a second. We've got it. Knock it offler. I'm back. Stuffed Doozy cream freshener. Oh, yes, that is one of those crazy things. I do appreciate you right there. Working on the helmet, making it nice and smooth. Ah, yes. Gold on gold. And I did see another one that came in. Let me see what that one was. It was from Angel Parent Perez. Oh, let me see. That should be like right there. There it is. There it is. From Angel Parent Perez has a Shiba dog with a brush writing number 1 on a piece of paper. I love it. I love how it tells me what the actual thing is. I wish it would highlight it like it does in StreamYard, but we'll see if we can't get that fixed. This one, let me get the little puppy dog up here. You little sticker. Let's get that right there. That one is for you right there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. you make this thing so much fun to do. It is a joy and a pleasure. And now we do have thank you, thank you. Hey, good to see you, Ozzy Just Jen. Did they fundraise for his plane ticket? I don't know. I have no idea what kind of stuff that they are actually doing. I don't pay any attention to them. I've sort of I've lost interest in anything that they have to say because it's the same garbage over and over and over and over again. There's only so much trash that you can. Is it jazz bass or a P bass? That would be a jazz bass. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we move on to the memorandum in support summary on document 70. And this is the judgment on the counterclaim filed by Preston. It's basically stating all of the same things that we go through on the first one. And we're going to see if there's anything new in here because it doesn't look like there's much of anything that's really changed from the first one to the second one. Just states the same stuff, except this one is directed at Preston. Yeah, looking through it, this is almost identical. Well, and this is what happens whenever you file. You don't even try to listen to them anymore. Yeah, I mean, there's no point. What would be what would be what would be the purpose of doing that? Can I say happy little trees? Happy little trees. Have you guys not seen the painting stream I did with Dictionary Diva? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen those are awesome. Those are awesome. So Diva and I got together, and let me see if I could pull that up for you because I started out with a large painting. So let me see if I could find this really quick because this is going to be so worth it whenever you see it. I started out with a painting. We did this we did this really fun thing. Just can't wait till Lynette gets back in front of her boyfriend Judge Grudge. I'm sure she will sue the PR team in his court and they will make history again. And he takes her on as a client again. Yeah, that more than likely will happen. I don't doubt that for a second. Let me show you this video. This was one of the most fun things that I did with Diva. I mean, I still do lots of fun stuff with Diva anyway, but this one was quite enjoyable. And she is a good friend, absolute doll. Let me see, find it right here. Yeah. So this one here, about a month ago, we did we did a painting. Let me see. All right. So and I'll show you what it started out as. We'll pull it up right here. It was around the holidays that we did those. Let me share this screen. Share screen right here. So this one I did with Diva. Share this. So this is what I did with Diva right here. This is what we were working on. I had purchased a large chicken painting, and then we completed the whole painting, and we got down to the very end, and there's the painting. It's a large chicken. See? So that was how the painting finished up. So yeah, I do paint also, but that was fun. Left your painting. It was a blast. That's the kind of stuff that you should be doing. You should be having a little bit of fun with these. Getting all like so many people get so upset on doing streams that they miss out on like all of the fun stuff you can be doing. That's why I don't like to stress out about too much of anything. Now, I did pull up a video because there was a little bit of question about this. And so I went back and I was like, okay, so what was this complaint what was this actual complaint that was shown? What was in Bruce's little bitch moan session? Because I was like, all right, let me see if I can find what he is talking about whenever he's saying that Jeremy was wanting to do X, Y, or Z. And I said, okay, all right, let me see, because I'm pretty sure he was referring to something else. And I did find it. I did find it. I was like, pretty quickly too. Let me see. It was right here. Is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. It was right. Where did it go? Because I looked at it like earlier. Uh, 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 uh. Hmm. Much later. Did I put it there? I thought I grabbed it because I was just like, this is ridiculous that people are saying things that aren't quite true. Ah, yes, here it is. And it was about here. So whenever I pulled this particular thing up, they were saying that Jeremy was saying something, another masterpiece. Oh, well, thank you. Nice paintings. Yeah, I had a good time with Diva. She does really good. And I am not a Bob Ross by any means. By any means. Let's see. So this one here, was where he took it out of, and I was pretty positive that he was talking about something else. Absolutely positive that he was talking about someone else and something else and something else that was going on. So I went back and I confirmed exactly what I was thinking that it was about. And this is from this right here.
Referee, they see me rolling. You hate and don't you know
that was another thing that happened the night of town hall where I just shook my head like, oh my goodness. They weren't even done with comments, public comments. And that's what happens at every single meeting, where they just adjourn it without hearing anybody else.
So here's the thing, because the lawyer was there, because Channel 20 was there, because I was there, Russ was the best behaved he's ever been in a meeting, ever been. You also saw there were no sheriff deputies anywhere. No, I got to believe that Russell tried to call him. And I, again, this is just my opinion. I have no proof of this. I got to believe that Russell tried to call him in, and they probably laughed at him and said, ain't happening. They're sick and tired of it. Mm-hmm. And so that's just my opinion. I don't know that for a fact, but you had the most attended meeting I've seen since I've been a resident of Otter Creek. And that being said, I do want to touch base on, I am a resident of Otter Creek. And so we had an individual clearly stand up and say, Jeremy, you don't belong here. And now some of you are going, oh, wait, I saw what he said afterwards. He's a huge fan of Jeremy. He didn't mean it that way. He meant, Jeremy, you're too good for Otter Creek. So no, that is not what he meant.
That's what I thought he meant.
No, that is not what he meant at all. He meant what he said. You are the worst. You don't. He didn't say you are the best. He said you are the worst. You don't belong here. And he clarified it outside. I mean it, 100%. You don't belong here. It's not because he went, Jeremy, you're too good for this place. He went, you don't belong here. You're the worst of it. So, but by the way, I'm your biggest fan. And that's the thing that we always talk about. Blows our mind, because our haters love us more than our actual lovers, because our haters can't stop talking about us, even when they have legal documents in their hands, even when they know they're going to be sued, even though they know they're going to lose everything in a lawsuit, because a lawsuit isn't to win. A lawsuit is to make you spend all of your money.
And you heard what he said. This is the part right here that he kept bringing up, is that the purpose of a lawsuit isn't to win, it is to make you spend all of your money
on a lawyer and bankrupt you. That's what the win is. I could care less if I win in a court situation. My goal is to make sure you have no money. That's the goal of a lawsuit. And what do they keep doing? Talking about us. Your haters love
Great.
you,
Thank you, Dreamer
more
JS.
than your fans.
Thank
Your
you,
haters
Tricky
are
Chi.
your biggest fans. They can't stop talking about you. So
whenever they were talking about this, when he was talking about this in his lawsuit, he was trying to go after him for that statement, taking it completely out of context of what he was talking about. Whenever he's explaining the purpose of a lawsuit. Yeah. So anytime that I hear these people saying, oh, well, Jeremy did X, Y, or Z, keep in mind, he's explaining the purpose of having a lawsuit. That's it. The purpose of taking and suing somebody is not all about winning in court, is to make sure that they stop what they're doing. Now, y'all chat. And all y'all in chat, good to see you, Sticky Widget. You have a good one. Yeah. It's not about Jeremy getting money, because the money is going to go to the lawyers. The only people that do win in a lawsuit are the attorneys. Those are the ones that win in a lawsuit. So whenever he started talking about this, I was just like, you know what? I need to pull this up and really, really show you exactly what was being said. Because context really matters in this situation. Whenever, like I said, you can take one little piece out of context, and all of a sudden it changes the actual definition of everything that was being talked about. That's for all you haters out there. Suck it. That him explaining what a lawsuit is for. And this is long before he was even in the particular lawsuit with Lynette. This would have been in May of 2021 or May 21st of 2023. When was that lawsuit? March, April, May? Was it in March or was it in May? Yeah, he never wanted the lawsuit. He wanted Elemental P&R and Crook to just leave him alone. Yeah, it was 2024, wasn't it, that he started the lawsuit? It wasn't even in 2023. This is like a year prior. It amazes me. It amazes me. You tell people to stop, but yet they continue on. You're welcome, Lossy Just Jen. Most people, and that's what I mean, is most of these folks are getting all upset about it, and it's like, put in context what exactly is happening. Yeah, a year before, yeah, well over a year before the lawsuit was filed. No, Little B, he's absolutely right. The haters making more money, because they draw attention to him, and he turns around and tries to continue on with his businesses. That's difficult to do whenever you have people pulling this kind of crap. Yeah, he filed for his CPO in Ohio in August or September 2023. I thought it was 2022 that he did that, but dates are really bad. I mean, whenever my wife asks me, how long have you been married? I don't know. As long as I've loved you, forever. September 2023. Okay. Yeah, I'd see. I don't remember any of these things. I wish my memory was better. I'm just old and addled. I can't remember every single thing. Jeremy Hills has tried to get them to stop, and they continue with the BS. Exactly. That has been the biggest problem. Just constantly continuing with the BS. We've seen it time and time again that the haters want to continue on, like they think there's not going to be any sort of consequences for their actions. I think 32, I love that. I think 32 years of marriage for you. I think. Oh, no. And if you ask me the exact date, I can tell you the date. Like, I don't forget the anniversary, but I couldn't tell you which one it is. I think we're working on 15 or 16 now. I'm usually within like a year or two. Well, your Adeline sure knows how to write good letters to Bubbles and songs too. Yeah, that's a different. My brain is constantly working. It doesn't quiet itself. There's like a bunch of squirrels running around in there, and they're colliding with each other. And that's why you got to break out the honey badger and slap them around a little bit, just like the nuts that they are. Hey, how's it going, Barb? How's it going? Good to see you, Hildebrand. Good to see you. Good to see you. No, I find it very interesting that the haters are getting so angry that they will create a fake acronym, trademark it, and then use Shock It to sell it. Isn't that weird? Like they're using his image to sell it. What do you think would happen to me if I took a picture of I don't know, Johnny Depp and put it on a coffee mug? What do you think would happen? What do you think would happen with that? Yeah, the video had to do with the town council. That's what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with Cook and Preston. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's we keep saying this. All of the stuff that he's been bringing up in court is video evidence. Put it in context, and the reason why he doesn't show that video evidence was because once you enter that video or that thing in there, that's whenever it gets shot down. The video evidence gets shot down because it gets put in context of everything that was being said. The jury gets to hear it for themselves. This is why Bubbles doesn't show those things. I mean, he'll put links to stuff in there, yeah, which is what you would do if you were showing any sort of proof, but they've never done that. And the reason they haven't is because they don't exist. Think about, as much as they've said that Jeremy has done X, Y, or Z, he's done horrible, blah, 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 blah. If you go back and you grab all of those videos that you're bitching and moaning about on your nightly shows and saying how horrible of a person that Jeremy is, if you went back, pulled those videos up, gave those actual videos a view, put it into the context of what was being talked about, you'll see that, oh, there's nothing there. Yeah. Well, he knows he has nothing. He's doing his best to bring something. He's doing his best to bring something, but there is nothing there. I took him saying he does care if he wins as a settlement is also an option. What? See, I took him saying he does care if he wins as a settlement is also an option. There is not a settlement. That's the thing. I think they spelled backwards. Pummel up. No, it is still just ridiculous. Every single bit of it, all of their garbage, and it just continuously gets called out. Well, you got it. You spelled it backwards. No. Shizzy says they pull bits in without revealing the whole amount. Well, of course, because there's no reason that they would show the whole thing. Showing the whole thing drives them up the absolute wall. If you show exactly what was being said, it would be like taking. It's like taking Lynette's deposition. The reason we watched that deposition in whole, the reason we read every single bit of those depositions over here, not only was it fun, it was because we had a great time doing it, but it gives you exactly every single word that's being spoken, and you can put it in context. So whenever people take a little piece of it out and they say, hey, what about this little piece? You said X, Y, or Z. Well, let's put that as an overall. What exactly was being said from point A to point B? What got you to this point? It's like handing somebody a piece of paper and telling them to, what does this word say? And it has like the N word on there. And you just like, I'm not going to read that. That's a vile thing to say. And then the judge tells you, no, you need to read it. What does it say on there? And you read it. And then they say, look, he just used the N word. That's the kind of crap that they're trying to pull. I have nothing. They are nothing. They will lose everything. But very much so, Little B. There's always that possibility. They could lose everything. Every damn bit of this. And it's one of those things where they're going to move from town to town. They're going to do this every single place they go. It's a pattern. It's done. They will all lose everything. They'll own to settle. I don't know. They have nothing there and nothing to lose everything. Yeah, just as line that does it. Apparently they haven't lost everything and they're still surviving. It's one of those that you have to take a stand at some point in time, especially whenever you have people that are making violent threats against you. But if you think that Jeremy hasn't gotten violent threats, Christ, I'm sitting over here, just some random YouTuber, nobody really, and I've already gotten threats. I mean, I've had to inform my local police station because there's a certain idiot out there that decided he was going to tell the world that he's going to drive up here and have a one-on-one with me and see how tough I was. He doesn't realize that my doorbell doesn't. How's Tug say it? My doorbell reloads, and my doorbell doesn't need to reload at all. These people don't understand that. He's a convicted felon. So if he's showing up with anything more than that, he's doing something really stupid. I would highly suggest not to. One, you'll have the cops all over you before you know it. But they don't understand this because this is their language. They think that they can intimidate, harass, go after. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. I told you, I don't back down from this stuff. Oh, Bruce, the fleas and all their minions are just ridiculous. Yeah, they are completely ridiculous because we want to have fun here. My doorbell reloads. Yeah, no, mine doesn't have to. That's what I'm saying. If it it doesn't have to. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for them. It's very unfortunate for them. I don't have to. That's the thing. I'm set up well enough that I don't have to worry about that. Oh my gosh. I did have something else that I wanted to show you. And it'll be the most cringe stuff that you've seen. And somebody else actually, I was gonna show it in the morning, but then I found out it was a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. So I wanted to save it for you guys tonight. And it is going to be awesome. Let's close that. Close that. All right. Let me find it for you really quick. We are going to have a little bit of fun. Let me bring this bad boy up here for you guys. So this was something that I saved earlier, and then amazing, somebody else sent it earlier tonight. I was like, holy cow, how did they know that I was watching this? He has at least 3 death threats I know of, and I don't know a tenth of what they have been through. He kept most of the crap to himself, and the signs sent him over the edge. Yeah, which it would do the same for anybody. Yeah, this is the first time Jeremy called pull on them, and now Elemental PR is running in circles. She never thought it would go this far. Everyone ran scared from her. Jeremy put a stop on them. Yeah, because usually whenever you run into crazy, people tend to, you need your green goggles to protect your brain. That you warm your tea. Warm up your tea. It'll be good. This is a fun video. I saw this. saw this way back and was like, I remember hearing about this back whenever it first happened. Um, Let me go back to my history here because this was one of the most funniest things that I had seen. And this right here is 15 minutes of pure hilarity. Now, you guys ready for this? You can file for a fee waiver and qualify a low income, get approved all costs for total cases forgiven. If you don't qualify, it goes state by costs. Yeah, it's just a shame Jeremy is fighting on two fronts, L&P and company and the corrupt good old boy club. Yeah. Yeah. That is the Mayor Dan, you have a good night also. You take care, brother. This one here, I think you guys will enjoy. Really do. I think you'll enjoy. If you haven't heard about this, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
By this time tomorrow, a sheriff's investigator will likely drive by here to confirm that Davis has violated the court order.
Nearly 25 years ago, I began covering complaints about this Central Florida home.
It's a junkyard.
Seminole County officials said the owner, Alan Davis, had been piling junk in his yard in violation of local ordinances.
But every time they keep screwing with me, I keep moving more. And there is nothing they're going to do about it.
Davis called it a political protest.
It's basically, I'm tired of the government steamrolling over people, and they can just kiss my.
Back then, Davis had just a small amount of junk on his property.
You think there's a lot here now? Why don't you come back by tomorrow? Let's see what I really think of the county.
At that point, Davis had not yet built this giant statue of a human rear end, which he would later load onto his truck and drive down the interstate while headed to court hearings.
The name of the sculpture is Kiss My, and you can just do it.
Davis had not yet been arrested, put on trial, and sent to prison for criminal littering.
When he would get letters that the foliage was too high, the weeds were too high in the front yard, that he would actually get fertilizer and fertilize the weeds to make them even higher.
Now that's messed up. That is messed up. So this is beyond bad neighbor. Now that was a wide load. I looked up and all I saw was the butt. No, I'm telling you, this is hilarious. This is hilarious.
More recently, Davis built this 2-story structure in his yard. It's some kind of storage platform. You cannot even see his house back there anymore. For 25 years, Seminole County has been trying to get Alan Davis to clean up his yard on this quiet residential street. And for 25 years, Alan Davis has been thumbing his nose at the county and the people who live in this middle-class neighborhood.
He just adds and adds and adds every day.
David Radosevich lives 2 doors down.
I was very happy to hear that they're going to finally do something.
For decades, he's begged the county to take action.
Did you think when I first met you nearly 25 years ago that we would be standing here talking today?
No. Well, I thought for sure by now it'd be cleaned up, to be honest with you.
Live. That 25 years. 25 years he's done that. Seymour Butts. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I know that a friend of ours, their dog's name is Seymour Butts. You're gonna die on. Oh, it gets worse. Oh, it gets so much worse than this. Oh, it gets so much worse than this. This is only a small portion of it. Homesteading laws.
Yep. WKMG, the problem solvers. This is Local 6 News at 5.
It's not just the airplane fuselage outside Alan Davis's home that angers his neighbors, nor is it the sports car body. It's the airplane, the sports car, the water heater, the metal drums, the twisted seal, the plastic tarps.
He's got a pool back there that's really, really bad.
Alan Davis's legal troubles began in April 2000 when a Seminole County code inspector found uncultivated vegetation in excess of 24 inches and objectionable, unsightly, or unsanitary matter that threatened the health, safety, lives, and welfare of the citizens. County officials repeatedly told Davis to clean up the yard. His response?
Fat chance!
Instead,
Yeah,
Davis
that's
began
not
hauling
good.
out more junk. He obtained some of this material from his former job rebuilding vintage World War II airplanes.
Now when you do it in a big scale, it gets results.
Tonight, you'll visit places in this
Wow.
country where neighbor has turned against neighbor.
In 2002, the CBS News program 48 Hours featured the dispute as Davis began creating his most infamous display, a 6-foot-tall fiberglass sculpture of a rear end. At least one neighbor complained to the county that the statue was obscene, prompting a sheriff's deputy to pay a visit.
He told me that he was going to remove my sculpture, and I
Yep.
quite flatly told him that he would have to talk to the Supreme Court of the United States.
Davis also made mini sculptures that are mounted on bricks from his front yard. He then sold these online. Davis figured if people bought them, it's not junk, it's art, protected by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
Yep.
Davis's antics prompted Playboy magazine to publish this cartoon depicting him annoying his neighbors. But it wasn't the statue that concerned county officials, it was the overgrown weeds and other unsightly junk. Seminole County's Code Enforcement Board eventually issued Davis a $13,000 fine, with an additional fine of $250 per day until the violations were corrected. But Davis refused to pay.
They will not get a single dime.
As you probably guessed by now, Davis does not live within a homeowners association. If he did, the HOA could have potentially foreclosed on Davis's home. But outside of HOAs like we are here, Florida's homestead exemption generally prevents debt collectors from seizing your primary residence. But other personal property like cars, furniture, and jewelry can still be seized and then sold at auction to pay off debts. Seminole County officials wanted to seize the junk in Davis's yard, in theory to pay off all his fines, but more importantly, to get this property cleaned up. So the county filed this lawsuit seeking to foreclose on Davis's personal property.
We would ask at this time to have a summary judgment on the foreclosure issue.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mr. Davis? Your Honor, I object.
Davis represented himself in court. He's not an attorney, as the judge often reminded him.
I got to go to the law library. I got to call a friend of mine and find out how to serve a subpoena correctly.
Whenever Davis went to court, he loaded his butt statue into the back of his pickup and drove it down I-4. As folks looked on in astonishment, Davis intentionally positioned the sculpture outside the courthouse in hopes that the judge would see it.
I'm just going to keep fighting, and they can all just come kiss my.
But Circuit Court Judge Nancy Alley did not buy the free speech argument and issued this court order allowing the Seminole County Sheriff to seize $13,000 of Davis's personal property. Soon, forklifts, hazmat
they're
trucks,
nuts.
and moving vans rolled into this neighborhood as workers began hauling away the junk. Neighbors watched in amazement.
It's good that they're finally getting around to it, but it sure took a long time.
This cleanup cost Seminole County taxpayers more than $9,000. But for the first time in years, the yard was clean. Davis vowed revenge.
Wait till tomorrow. You think it's bad now? I'm going to move more in.
For years, all of this junk sat in the front yard of Seminole County's worst neighbor. Today, it all gets auctioned
This gets
off.
worse.
2 months after the cleanup, Davis's belongings were put on the auction block.
Do I hear a bid?
Yes.
What is your bid, sir?
$50.
$50.
The winning bidder was John Weiser.
This is a whole nightmare.
He paid $95 for all of Davis's stuff. But
And the butt. Does the butt statue get seasonal costumes? Oh no, he paid $50 for all of that junk that they seized. $14,000 worth of junk. He did it all out of spite. Oh, it gets worse. It gets even worse. The butt is the one that you're gonna hear about. The butt in this situation gets more. This one gets, so I hear you. I always wanted to leave, but I hate flying to Ireland. Is nice for visiting, but to stay a nightmare. I keep telling that to my wife. She was like, "Yeah, I'd love to go. I would love to live there." I was like, nope. And here we go. This is the butt part coming.
But little did Seminole County officials know then, Weiser and Davis were friends. Months after the county hauled away these vehicle parts and scrap metal, we found the same items right back in Davis's front yard.
You look at the humor of the whole thing, you've got one little guy, one little smart that is just running them around in circles.
Seminole County Sheriff did not find it humorous.
I'm not concerned at all about what people's perception is. I have an obligation, responsibility to the people who live in the community to do everything we can to ensure that everyone complies with the law.
Soon, Davis was adding even more junk to his property, including toilets filled with cactus plants. He made a new butt sculpture, this one tattooed with the name of the judge who ordered him to clean up his yard. Then Davis took his political protest to new heights, climbing on the roof of his house where he assembled these steel drums in the shape of a middle finger.
The title of the sculpture is Salute to Seminole County, You're Number One.
You're a first class, you know what?
The frustration of his neighbors was bubbling over. Some secretly hoped that Davis would get struck by a bolt of lightning. But not even Mother Nature could stop him. By then, it was clear to everyone that civil penalties were not going to deter Davis. So county officials turned up the heat. Deputies arrested Davis, and prosecutors charged him with violating the Florida litter law. That law says any person who dumps litter in an amount exceeding 500 pounds is guilty of a third-degree felony.
Do you remember when I got arrested on your birthday?
Davis feared being separated from his young daughter and wife, but he says the fight was worth it.
Women getting the vote. What did they do? Civil rights. I mean, every political protest in this country has always gone above and beyond.
Yeah, she is my best supporter. And my daughter is always saying, I wish I had a normal daddy.
You will hear from the neighbors about rats, odors.
In 2003, a jury began hearing evidence in the criminal case.
The value of my home, nobody wants to buy it because nobody wants to live near it.
Code enforcement officers showed jurors photographs of the numerous violations, and a health department representative testified about the hazards the property posed to neighbors.
The mosquitoes may be able to breed in that environment.
If there is a theme to this trial, it should be one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Davis's public defender argued
yes,
his
there
client was
are
exercising
females that
his
live with this.
constitutional rights.
What
There
rights
are.
are you trying to protect, sir?
My right to privacy and my right to freedom of speech.
It did not take jurors long to reach a verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of illegal dumping of litter.
A judge sentenced Davis to 1 year and 1 day in state prison, followed by 3 years of probation.
They mobbed me. They knew I was coming. They wanted my autograph.
I caught up with Davis while he was incarcerated.
I get charged with felony littering, and then now I'm cleaning garbage.
Davis would occasionally send me letters from prison. This one contained a legal document challenging his criminal conviction. It was written on toilet paper from the prison bathroom. Yes, this is toilet paper. Davis's yard may be messy, but his handwriting is exquisite.
It's all a matter of what somebody thinks somebody else should do. And in this country, we don't have the right to tell our neighbors how to live.
Davis predicted he'd be locked up again someday.
Will you be back in prison?
Probably. Yeah, I probably will.
He was right. Just months after being released, a judge found Davis violated his probation and sent him back to prison for another year.
Oh, I think I'm going to probably meet visiting Bubba tonight.
When Davis got out again, he violated his probation again.
Mr. Davis, so all you had to do was follow the rules.
And went back to prison again. But if you think a total of more than 4 years behind bars would change Davis's behavior, it didn't.
I've only been here, only got out of prison yesterday, and I'm going to start fertilizing today. Seminole County can kiss my...
The day after Davis completed his full sentence, he began growing his weeds again.
Jack and the Beanstalk. How about Alan and the Beanstalk?
He's back!
Neighbors like Jan Schmidt feared it would start all over again.
It's like you cannot be rational with an irrational person, and I think he's irrational.
Using Google Maps Street View, we can see what happened next. This is what Davis's yard...
And you're right. if you're trying to do Bubba visit, yeah. I mean, the other neighbors just need a fence of 10. Easy fix. Now he'd probably enjoy that. No, and that's the thing, is this right here is irrational people doing irrational things. You cannot rationalize with them. It's not going to happen.
Looked like shortly after he got out of prison. And this is what it looked like a few years later. By 2016, Seminole County had placed over $1.9 million in liens on Davis's property. Once again, the county obtained a court order to seize the junk, this time hauling away more than 70,000 pounds of trash and debris. And once again, Davis was arrested for felony littering. He pleaded no contest to those new criminal charges and ultimately spent another year in jail. When you look in this direction,
yeah,
it's a pretty neighborhood.
Yeah, look at beautiful.
And when you look in the other direction,
junk. It's a junkyard. It's crazy.
Oh.
When Davis got out again in 2017, he began this new construction
100%.
Without obtaining the proper building permits. Seminole County officials have been issuing Davis hundreds of dollars in code violation fines every single day for the past quarter century.
So much that was
Davis
for you
doesn't
right there.
care.
I've been a renegade all my life. I don't like being told what to do.
At age 69, Davis says his political
69.
protest is still underway. By his own admission, his yard is more cluttered than it's ever been.
First off, people think I'm crazy. I didn't get into Mensa by being an idiot.
Davis claims to be a genius with an IQ of 147. I could not immediately confirm that, but I can confirm he started building yet another butt statue, which he plans to drive around town again while delivering lawsuits to government officials. The county's issued you millions of dollars in fines for all this. It hasn't deterred you.
Nope.
They've seized this junk. It's all come back. That hasn't deterred you. You have had 2 criminal convictions. That hasn't deterred you.
Nope.
What will deter you?
I will check
nothing.
that out.
No, that's not going to happen. There is nothing in their ability that will deter me.
So this is all against the government?
Oh yeah, it's baked.
What about your neighbors?
What about my neighbors? My neighbors have their own property. Freedom is freedom. If the government can tell you what to do with your property, you don't have freedom. Freedom has a look. This is what it looks like. This is freedom.
This is freedom.
Yeah.
This is freedom. For an intelligent person knows this is freedom. If you don't like it, you're free to go somewhere else.
If Davis were to suddenly clean up his property today, and we know that won't happen, he would still owe the county a whopping $5.5 million in code violation fines. So how will the county collect all that money?
He is determined.
Under the Florida homestead exemption we told you about earlier, it appears county officials would simply have to wait for Davis to either sell his home or transfer it to someone else.
The county don't have our back. They just gave up on us.
A county spokesperson tells me, quote, Seminole County understands the community's frustrations with this long-standing issue. Over the past 25 years, the county has pursued every legal action available under state statutes. Unfortunately, without changes to state law, our ability to enforce further action is limited.
Did he win?
Yeah, apparently. Congratulations, Davis, you won.
What does Davis have to say about his 25-year history of violating county codes and annoying his neighbors?
You can all kiss my...
Oh. Yeah. That right there. Tetanus equals freedom. Tetanus equals freedom. That's so good. This is so sad but true. I laugh, but truly it is sad. No, it is funny. He does have a point, but it is sad. And these are the things that these are the things you have to deal with bad neighbors. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's it going? Good to see you, Cynthia. How you doing? Wonderful, 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 wonderful. What a lovely person. I agree, Melissa Joy. He is not a wonderful person in any way, shape, or form. He is a real pain in the butt. He is a real pain in the butt. He will always continue to be a pain in the butt. No matter if because the neighbors, they're having a hard time selling their property because nobody wants to live near them. So it sort of puts them in a bind. They're not they could leave, but then what's gonna happen? Then the rest of the neighborhood goes to hell. It's like, there goes the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your hippie mom would have done something like that. Well, yeah. And I mean, I've known people like that before. I mean, our one of our neighbors, they're not the tidiest people, let's put it that way. And they do come at maybe once every 5 years or something. They'll come and like cut all of the overgrowth down. It is sad, but they are hoarders, which I feel bad that, they just haven't learned. They haven't learned, I guess, over however long that they've been living there. That's just gathers more stuff. The neighbors can't sell their property because who wants to live in the neighborhood? Exactly. And that becomes the biggest problem. Nobody wants to look at that whenever they look out across the street, like, is that guy gonna clean it up? We had some neighbors that a tree fell on their house, and some friends of ours that live across the street from them had to look at that house for 2.5 years after a tree fell on the house. The other people just sort of took their insurance money. They stayed in a camper for probably about the first 6 months, and then they just disappeared. I mean, and didn't give two craps about what was going on with their house. Um, and imagine looking out and you see this house that is completely got a blue tarp over it, the roof is caved in, and you're going through what, 2.5 years of storms, snowstorms, rainstorms, freezing. Yeah, bravo, work of art. Well, thank you. Must just caught up with the end of the story. Yeah, that's hoarding. Well, thank you so much. Donating a $5 super chat. That is wonderful. That thing will pop up here shortly. So much. Thank you so much from Kelly B. Oh, Kelly B, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. It says they used to have a CPO from Ohio, saying the child suffered from not being able to go to Christmas in the Creek. It was LP's TRO that stopped that. Well, actually, the child didn't have any problem. Running out of like good blank spots here. The child didn't have any problem going to Otter on the Creek or Christmas on the Creek. That's the thing to remember, is the child was always welcome to go to Christmas on the Creek. The parents weren't allowed to go. Now, Lynette could have let the child go, had adults take her up there and let her go around and have a good time and enjoy time with the rest of the people. But the thing is she may be a little bit more controlling and doesn't want to let that child alone with people that child might talk to. That's what I can gather. I could be wrong in that, but that's usually what would happen. So child was not removed from going to Christmas on the Creek at all. That was something that could just be bought by a friend. Yeah, that's true. A friend could have taken her, but LP said she could not be with anyone else. That's a little scary. That's a little scary that if you don't trust your friends with some of your most precious belongings, then what kind of friends are they? I mean, seriously, what kind of friends are they if you can't trust them with some of your most precious belongings, then are they really your friends? Like my friends, I would feel comfortable leaving them, letting them stay the night in my house without even being here. My friends, I would have no problem, opening my doors to and letting them, do whatever the hell they want to, because I know that my friends are good people. That's the kind of people I like to surround myself with. Isn't Yeah, no. Well, that'll probably be coming along pretty soon. I mean, it's one of those where it becomes very disturbing the way that this goes on and on and on. And I will say that it's sort of frightening. It's frightening in a lot of aspects. I hope that, the child is getting the care that it needs. I don't have any control of that situation. I suggest nobody else go and try to interject themselves in these situations, because that right there can lead to much worse repercussions than you want to be dealing with. The Fleas and Brews have said it's because of the CPO. No, they can say whatever they want to say, that, but they would be wrong. Jeremy has even said multiple times that Christmas on the Creek, he had no problem with the child being there. Just, Crook and Lynette are not allowed to be there because they have a restraining order against them. That keeps them away from him. There would have been
Horvitz, Feinberg, and Horvitz donated $10 through Super Chat.
$10 Super
Read
Chat.
my regular chat at 11:56. It is being prudish still.
YouTube is being prudish. What the hell? Read my regular chat 11:56. YouTube is being prudish. Well, I've got you. I got you your chat here. Let me was it a super chat? It's a regular chat. 11:56. Oh, I'll have to. I miss a lot of stuff whenever I'm doing this. Come right there is for you, right there, right close to that big gaping hole. Lots of holes in this thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't know. Let's see. 11:56. 11:56. Let's see. We've got Heather May. There was a lot that came in 11:56. There's Barnes. Yeah, I don't see it. Got David Air Force One. I got Sir Frank Otter. 56. The next time it needs to have rhinestones. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I don't see one there. I don't see what you said. That's weird. That's weird, David Horwitz. I looked, but I don't see anything. Sorry about that. YouTube is still being prudish. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I mean, YouTube does get a little bit like that. But YouTube seems tricky. Hey, super chats are not necessary. They're always appreciated. That's one thing that people tend to forget. I don't have to live my life off of super chats. They are always appreciated. They're like saying thank you because I enjoyed the content. That's what it is. It's a thank you. And I thank all of you because you help keep the lights on and keep me looking this charming and old with my scruffy beard and rugged good looks. Oh yeah, these rugged good looks don't come for free. They're not cheap. You don't see it. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see it either. I don't see my rugged good looks either. I personally asked HG. What was that? Personally asked HG. Go to Christmas in the Creek. No to Elemental PNR and JC. So 2 asses are full of crap. Well, that's why I don't listen to them. That's why I would much rather get the breakdowns. Those are much more fun. Listen to the breakdown and just go, yeah, that's pretty much what I thought it was going to be. Lots of nonsense, lots of garbage, and that's why I cut off the whatever his name was, little paint chip and McVile. I just like, I don't even know if they send me emails because they just go into like spam. I just that's how I treat that kind of stuff. It means nothing to me. All that they're going to send me is, oh, check out what I said. I don't care. I don't care. Your noise carries about as much weight as, an empty water bucket. It's just nothing. is noise. I prefer to keep myself surrounded with stuff that I enjoy listening to. I enjoy talking about. People I enjoy hanging out with. That's the people that I surround myself with are a reflection of how I feel about myself. I surround myself around really good people, and it makes me feel good being around them. Well, going to sign and go off to bed, as am I, Heather May. If you stick around for just a little bit, you'll get the outro song as I am getting ready to shut this down. Then I've got another stream that I'm going to be firing up for the morning. I will have a wonderful morning stream as I always do, hanging out. Probably start digging into some of these executive orders in the morning. It's going to be crazy. I mean, I've been watching those as they've been coming through almost on a daily basis. Like, good Lord, this man just has like endless amounts of energy. Agree with him or not, you have to say that he has endless amounts of energy. But that is for tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful night. And loved your song about the about Bruce. Made everyone listen to. Oh, thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. Catching me at the very end there. Made everyone listen to it. Got a thumbs up all around. I know, and I'm glad that everybody gets to listen to it, Melody. It's all for fun. It's all for fun. And also he is humorous to me. I find him like, why did he not stay as a comedian? So I think he makes a better comedian than he does a lawyer. So thank you very much, Melody. You have a wonderful night, everyone. I will see you very soon. And until then, just take care of each other and be kind to one another. Peace, y'all. Night.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny, so grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, sending your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow. Bitch, and then will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.